Okay, like I said, I'm going to do a Facebook kind of a login in this session of this Kinta tutorial. Like I said, everything that we are going to do here is not going to be well designed. Like we're not going to beautify it or anything. I just want to try to understand how the logic is being applied. That's just basically what I want us to nail. Just know how the logic is being applied, not actually going to the beautification where you don't know how the logic is being applied. So with that being said, on our live video, we did a basic calculator, which was just if I hit play here, you're going to pop up this guys. So let me just extend this so it will look good. So I can put something like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Anything you can decide to put. I can say minus 90, anything. So when I hit enter, I got minus 80 as a result. So what I'm going to do in this video to do a kind of a login kind of pattern that we can log into Facebook and then check whether if our password that we use to log in exists in that of our database. So that's basically what I want us to look at in this video. It's going to be really fun. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's going to be really fun. So let's get started in this video. So the first step we're going to do, since we're going to move some things here, okay, we're going to remove this function here. This remove some things here. Let's just start from afresh to do everything. So the first thing we want to do is to give it a label which you want it to be Facebook login. You can say Facebook what login. When I run this, should appear directly on top of our this as you can see here, Facebook login. So since we have given it the title by making use of this label, like I said, I've explained this label well in depth on our previous video. So make sure to check it out if you are still getting confused on how this label works, just to display something on the screen. So the next thing we want to do is also you make use of this label to actually add some kind of colon that has username, and then where you can put your password. So I'm just going to copy this guy. It's going to be, since they are going to be username and password. So I can say username, I can say USR underscore name. It's going to be directly talking about our username. So I want it to pack it on the screen. So I can say here pass, which is definitely referring to our password. Now to put pass here is going to think we are trying to call a keyword in Python programming language. So I can come here and say username. Here I can say password. I don't need to use all these tab that is here. So let me just get rid of them. So, so since this label is on row 0, so I don't want it to be everything to be lapped on each other. So I'm going to give each of them a different row. This is going to be row 1, and this guy is going to be row 2. And I want the column to be also in that of and that of column 0. So when I run this, let's see our output. You can see I get something like this: username, password. So let me also add something in front here. Let me something like kind of colon on it so it will look good in the eye. So let me run this. Did do any hard thing here. All we was just to do to give it a title, and also using making use of the label class to add all these things. So what we are going to do next is to add an entry input here where we can enter our username, our password. We also add our login where a button where we can use to log in and to sign up. So that's basically what us to look at. We're going to put entry for this username, put entry for this password, make a kind of a login button and a sign up button. In a situation where you want to sign up and a situation whereby you want to log in. I think that should make sense. Where you go to a particular site, maybe if you have an account, you can decide to log in. If you don't have an account, you can sign up. So that's basically what us to look at in this video. This being said, we're going to create the entry. So let me create for that of username. I can see, let me just copy this variable name. I can see user what underscore, and you're going to do what, take the entry, and the first thing it takes our what used to initialize the application, which was our main. So we can come here and put our main. So, and the next thing we are going to look at, let me bring this down, and what we need to move it to our screen. So we can say username username and then dot what, username entry dot what, dot grid. I'm use of grid to move it to as this thing. Since I want it to be in the same row with this of our username but in column 1, so I'm going to copy this. I'm just copying all this in so we can make things a little bit fast. So it's going to be in column 1. So hope this is not confusing for us. This is just trying to say user entry 1. Where it's going to present us with an entry where we can input something. It's going to be in the same row with that of our username, but in the different column. They're going to be a column next to that of our username. So let's run this to see the output. You can see we get this kind of thing there that is here. So the next one we're going to do for that of password too. So we can come here and say password underscore entry is going to be, we'll take this entry, it's going to be similar to this. So I'm going to copy it and then paste it here. And the next one we're going to do just to copy, okay, let me just say password entry dot what grid. Now when I use this, I want to use grid because I also want to set it in this particular. I want it to be in the same row but in column 1 also. So let me just copy it out. It's going to be in column 1. So let's run this and see. They are going to be in the same row but in different column, as you can see here. So let me try to adjust this. You can see since this is like this, I need to adjust the width of this of our Tkinter. So here is the width, so I can make here to be 450 to extend a little bit. You can see here it's extended a little bit. I can try to make it so something like 652. So I don't need to manually be adjusting it all the time. I can see here it looks a little bit nicer. If I run this again, we're going to get this output here. We can put our username. I can see username is what is it keys, and our password is maybe password 1 2 3. You can see typing our password here, someone can actually see our password. So it will be as if we just want to show people the word our password. So we can also make use of a parameter in this of our entry here, which is use show. And when we're typing our password, it's not going to display your password on the screen. It's just going to use kind of maybe other type of character to represent what you've typed. Like example, we'll go to Facebook, if I type in something like kind of asterisk that's going to show. It's going to show that nobody can see what I typed. Only that typed it that's going to know. So I'm going to say going to show. Make use of this show. Then we're going to specify the character that I want it to represent our entered input. So I can make use of asterisk. That is the main convention that is being used. If I'm typing my password, you can see it's showing asterisk. Anything I type here is showing asterisk. It's not once more use this asterisk sign. I can also decide to use maybe your hash sign. When I use hashtag, when I enter the password, my password, let me drag it here, and then I mention something. You can see it's showing the hash sign. So, but a normal convention, asterisk is mainly being used. So we're going to make use of asterisk. So I think this is where we're going to stop for this video. We're going to get to log. Now, next we are going to do other things that of adding the other buttons too.